Hi, it's Janelle from Infinite Potential Healing, and I am here with our astrological outlook for March 15th to the 22nd. So this week, that wonderful, lovely shift, that great, exciting, expansive, juicy energy that we had last week kind of continues, and we definitely have some interesting and very exciting transits happening this week. So the overall energy of this week is all about fresh starts, optimistic outlooks, having a positive mindset, and just kind of better, lighter, easier vibes. I think I told you guys last week that, we were going to kind of head into some better, easier energy through the rest of the month of March, and that was going to kind of follow suit in April. That is definitely the direction that we are vibing right now. So starting with March 17th, we have Mercury, who of course is retrograde in Pisces, is conjuncting or buddying up to the North Node, which is of course also in Pisces. So what this gives us is the energy to reevaluate, that's the Mercury retrograde piece, our long-term goals and direction. That would be the North Node piece. Because the North Node at the end of the day is not a specific planet or transit, is actually an astrological point. It is the North Node of the moon. So some astrologers will call it the head of the dragon, but it is also kind of the direction that we are meant to go in life. So there could be a revisiting, a reevaluation of those long-term goals and direction. And with Mercury being retrograde in Pisces and the North Node also being in Pisces, there could even be some dreamy energy in there too. So what long-term dreams do we have? What have we always dreamed of? What have we dreamed of long-term that now maybe it's time to revisit and kind of actually revamp some plans to pursue? So we like that energy. That's great energy. On the 18th, we have Venus in Aries squaring Jupiter in Cancer. So when it comes to squares in astrology, squares are effectively one planet kind of elbowing, there's that 90-degree square, kind of elbowing the other planet. So it's kind of like, a little bit of almost even sibling rivalry is how we could look at squares. So with Venus in Aries, we've got kind of freedom and excitement to pursue that which we love and that which we value, versus emotional security and comfort and kind of the idea of what's comfortable. Because Cancer is all about what's comfortable. That's why Cancer rules our home. That's why Cancer rules the 4th house, which is the house of home. So it's kind of this idea of, I want to go after what I want, but I want and need to be comfortable while I'm doing it. So that's where we get kind of that push-pull, that nudging energy of the square, because it's like on any given day or any given moment, which is going to win? The freedom and excitement to pursue what we want, or the need and the want to be comfortable while we do it? And ideally, we kind of want to integrate both of those energies so that we are in pursuit and excited about what we want, but also building in steps to be comfortable while we're doing it. So probably not the easiest, greatest, best day to really break outside of your comfort zone. And we know that with all of these transits, especially when we look at like Jupiter, who's a slow moving planet, if he's squaring Venus in Aries, even though Venus is a little bit of a faster moving planet, it's not like that square hits on March 18th, and that is the only time we're experiencing this energy. It hits with the exact 90-degree square that day, but it would have been pulling into that position prior to that. It's going to be hanging out in that square position for a little bit longer than that too. So it's a little bit more than just that one day. The other thing that we have going on March 18th is we have a new moon at 28 degrees in Pisces. This gives us spiritual renewal and really the ability to intention set, especially in those spiritual areas of our lives, which don't get a lot of attention most of the time. So we're going to have a whole other video that's going to talk specifically about that new moon in Pisces, but that is going to be really kind of shiny, happy, supportive, feel-good energy. So that'll offset that Venus in Aries to Jupiter and Cancer square a little bit. then we get into Sunday the 20th, and holy moly, is that a big astrological day. So we have the sun moving into Aries. Finally, if those are cheers that you hear in the background, rightfully so, because this is the beginning of the zodiac new year when the sun moves into Aries, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Aries is the cardinal sign of the zodiac. And now we're going to come into an energy that is finally starting to meet up and link up with our year of the fire horse. And then the other thing that we have happening on the 20th of March is that Mercury is stationing direct in Pisces. So it'll bring in some clarity. However, Mercury's still in Pisces, so not all of the clarity just yet. We got to give him a hot minute to get out of that kind of standstill energy that he's in as he stations. We've got to let him pick up speed. And then he's going to bring in the clarity kind of day by day as we get, through and then out of the Mercury retrograde shadow. And then on March 21st, we have Mars in Pisces trining Jupiter in Cancer. This is anytime we've got a trine, we've got two planets that are working well together, that are playing well together, that are offering supportive energies. So this is very much a harmonious blend of inspired action and growth. And it's favoring strategy because we've got Mars in Pisces. Mars is all about strategy. And not only favoring strategy, but also favoring even calculated risks, as well as nurturing projects that have deep kind of personal, emotional meaning for us. So if there's something that has been on your heart, on your mind, that you have, really been thinking about doing, that you really feel passionately about doing, Mars in Pisces trining Jupiter in Cancer gives us the impetus to start taking action to pursue those dreams and to really feel enthusiastic, empowered, and just overall excited about that energy. So it's a really great day to take some action and to move forward. So actually, all in all, not a bad astrology week, just a lot happening with a lot of planets kind of moving and grooving. But it gives us and brings us a lot of great energetic potential and a lot of great energetic opportunities and a lot of really supportive energy. So enjoy the astrology the week of March 15th to the 22nd, and I will see you on the other side.